Well, the Reliable guys just dropped off 2 more cars. We just did a trade deal and the cars couldn't be any more different. A 67 Shelby, really nice Nightmist blue car, a 1926 Model T, and the Model T's got a super unique package that is really cool. But let's have a look at the 67 Shelby first. I always like to walk around the car first time I see it. It looks like a really nice clean car. It's a ground up restored car. I'm pleasantly surprised how nice the paint is. Somebody's obviously spent some time. I look right away and I see the hood here. The hood bows, but this is actually as good as they get. 90% of them have a much bigger bow in it, so I'm happy with that. When we took the car in on trade, he said it was a ground up restored car and a really nice car. I'll tell you a couple things we're looking for is the original tag on the car with the Z on it. Now, not all of them had the Z. This is really important. It is the original tag. The other thing I always look for is the spot welds on the top of the aprons. It's really nice and tidy on this car. The other big thing is the Shelby number here. Even though it's been filled in a little bit with paint, you can obviously see where it's at. Shock towers are welded up nicely. It's a nice detailed car. It's a nice tidy car. We'll probably change the tires on the car. I love the Speedway 350s. They always look great on cars. The other thing I look at right away, and usually I walk around the car for about 2 minutes and decide, how good a car it is. I like how clean the jambs are and the seams for the quarter panels. The interior is really nice. It's obviously had a ground up restoration. Let's see how the car runs and drives. Interior is real nice too, just looking around. I mean, everything's been replaced, everything's been restored. Whoever did the car did a really nice restoration on this car. It's kind of salty out on the road, so I'm just going to drive it around the building a couple times. And it gives you an idea. It's not going to tell you if the car is great at 70 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour, but it'll tell me if the car starts, it runs, it stops, if it's pulling. I'll even try to go through all the gears. So we got no grinding, we got nothing that, sending off alarm bells. So what we'll do now is the car will go through the back. We'll usually put it up on the hoist, have a good look at the undercarriage. We'll clean everything. It looks like somebody tried polishing the car, but they didn't get all the compound off. So we'll do a thorough cleaning. We'll go through all the numbers. We'll photograph the car. We'll kind of do the history, go through all the paperwork on the car, and then we'll list the car for sale. We'll also kind of make some quick notes on driving impressions. So the first thing I'll do is I'll get back and say, hey, this, X, Y, and Z are working. This needs to be looked at. And then we can go from there. The mechanics out back can decide what they need to do. They'll look at all the ball joints and suspension and all those things. But all in all, I mean, it seems to idle fine. It seems to run good. There's no stupid noises. There's no exhaust leaks. So it looks like, a lot of times we get cars that we haven't physically laid our eyes on until they get here. We'll get a lot of photographs. The nice thing is this one is pleasantly surprising. The car is exactly what the guy said it was going to be, and that's always a bonus. The nice thing about 67 Shelbys, one, this is a great car as far as color combination. It's a 4-speed, it's a GT500. It's about as desirable as you're going to get for a 67 Shelby, and prices have been strong on these cars. Literally they've been in between $200,000 and $300,000 for good ones. Hard to find even a rough one for under $150,000. So, these are a good collectible car. Again, I think that whole Shelby mystique has been coming on strong, and I think that the last of the LA built cars are going to be cars to contend with. They're going to be almost as strong maybe as 65s. It's the first year of the GT500, it's the first year of the big block, the 2 4-barrels. It's a super desirable car, really good looking car, and a car to watch out for. So this car, exactly what we expected. The Model T, I don't have a clue what to expect, because what makes this car so unique, I mean, they built literally millions of Model Ts. A guy named White, I think it was in 1923, came up with this snowmobile kit. An extra axle, a track, a couple of skis in the front, half made of wood, half made of steel. You gotta remember, a Model T was like 750 bucks back in the 20s. This snowmobile kit was $400. It was almost more, it was more than 50%. It was almost 60% of the price of a new Model T. Because of that, they didn't sell very many. I think the first year they sold 70 or 80 of these kits. The biggest year they ever had was about 3,000 of these kits. So there's not many of these in existence still. Let's see how this thing works, if it works at all. Model Ts are always fun. I mean, they're just funny cars to start, to drive. It's not like a new car where you turn the key and they just fire right up. Not to mention they're a tight squeeze. This will keep me nice and warm here. All right, so these are tricky to start. So we want to put this to the battery. This is actually the forward gear. The middle pedal is the reverse gear. This is the brake. This is the high and low. And then this is the starter. We'll put a little bit of choke. Okay.
What the heck is this? You didn't tell me you bought a snowmobile.
It's a snowmobile!
What is it, Model T?
Model T Snowmobile.
Is this from the factory?
It's not really from the factory, but it was sold through the Ford dealership. Some guy invented the thing in the 20s. They didn't sell very many, but it's really cool. I just got to see if it works.
You're gonna take it out right now?
I'm gonna take it out right now.
Okay, I gotta run. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, we'll let it warm up for a little bit just because I think when we stick it in gear here, especially with the track and the dual wheels, we're gonna put a fair bit of load, so let's get it warmed up a little bit. Just so you know, here's the throttle. We're gonna put it back to idle. That's full throttle. As far as the advance, I think it likes it right about here. So it's almost in the middle of the amount of range we have here. Okay, let's see how this sucker works.
Hey, hold up. I've got an idea. You don't mind if I, just stay there. I'm gonna tie this rope here to the axle. I hope you don't mind. I borrowed your ski gear.
Oh, nice. My skis too.
Think that'll be good?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. I don't know what length I ski at yet on this thing, but
I don't even know if it'll pull you.
how many horsepower do you think this thing has?
Not many. Good to go?
I think so. All right, hit it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This is ridiculous. I think this is the craziest thing we've ever done on the show.
It just dies. As soon as we put it into the second gear, it's just dead. Turning radius is not that good.
All right. I'm all done.
How is it?
Good. Looks like you had a little bit of understeer there.
You just got away from me all.
Does this thing go any faster?
That's it. This 2-speed here.
Yeah.
You go push it in for sort of first gear if you want. and then second gear, you let it back out, but it bogs as it goes, like the ratio is too far apart.
Oh,
so I can get it, it's like, what? And then I put it in second.
And I'm probably tugging on it pretty good.
And I mean, all the load from this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's as good as you get.
What do you think? It's time for the après? Where's the chalet?
Where's the chalet? Perhaps we could sell this to one of your ski buddies.
Potentially. Yeah, I don't know if it'll do the job.
Come on, the hills are closed, so this is the only way they're going to get to go skiing.
It's a good selling feature. Thank you.
Put my skis back.
Okay, okay.
All right, you ever fired one of these with the crank?
No.
So you got to be super careful. Let me just make sure. Make sure she's not in gear. Number one. All right. And then don't put your hand around it.
Oh, I know. That's the only thing I know about these.
Okay, so you want to kind of get it.
I'll let you do it first.
So just spin it and let go of it.
All right.
Hang on. So you push it in.
Okay.
Okay. And then when it catches there,
Yep.
put your hand like this and
Yep.
then just fire at it, get out of the way like.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
And just spin it. How far are you spinning
Spin it, just half a crank. Push and go. And then let go. There you go.
How much is this? Maybe I'll buy it from you.
You can't buy this sort of entertainment. So with anything super odd, it's tough to put value on. This thing's had a complete restoration. It actually runs and drives shockingly good. I mean, we beat on it pretty good here for the last half hour. It runs and drives good. It actually fires up. The crank works. Everything works on the car. It's had a ground up restoration. It's not Pebble Beach quality, but it still costs a ton of money to do one. And then it's got all the cool stuff. Anybody that's in a winter climate needs one of these if they got a big car collection. Price-wise, I don't know, 60 grand, 50 grand, I don't know. It just depends what somebody will pay, but trying to assemble it, restore it, you couldn't do it for anywhere near that sort of money.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like and a comment now to help our channel get seen. Hit subscribe and check out our other videos for more Legendary Motorcar.